Hey everyone, and welcome to another playthrough video of Rattenkrieg here on World War II Solitaire board game channel. So the last episode we played scenario number 1, City Patrol. So this time we're gonna go ahead and play scenario number 2, Ammo Depot. So we're still playing with basic rules. We're still waiting until we introduce the advanced rules. We are going to play all of the 6 basic scenarios, and then when we've done that, we're going to play them all again, but with advanced rules. So let's take a look at the ammo depot and read our objective here. You know that in the last scenario, our objective was to show all of the 15 event markers, to flip them all. But in this scenario, ammo depot, we need to locate the ammo depot, which is event mark number 1. Eliminate the enemy forces located there and then spend 1 demo charge on the ammo depot building. If you have used all your demo charges and you cannot spend 1 charge on the ammo depot, the scenario is immediately lost. So it also tells us super movement, so Soviet units can use the super movement in this scenario. However, super movement are advanced rules, so we're not going to do that for this playthrough. Next time we do this scenario, we are. Entry zone, place your units on a zone in the middle of the top side of sector 1. So you can see here how we're going to place our maps, just like we did last time in scenario number 1. Special equipment. Your squad receives 2 demo charges at the beginning of the scenario in addition to the equipment received with the ammo table roll. And on event markers here, initial setup, select event markers E1 to E15 and place 1 random marker on each zone of sector 2 containing a building. Place the remaining markers on the zones of sector 1 containing a building, 1 per zone, as far as possible from the entry zone. That's going to be my entry zone. So we can see here, if we take a closer look, we can see here with the event description from last scenario to this current scenario is a little bit different. Our enemy presence table is pretty much the same. There are some different things, but not too much. If we look at the hidden enemy table, we have see, it's gonna be much more aggressive, because last time the only thing that could happen was the event markers could move closer, and then they could also fire at me with rifles, the event markers, symbolizing probably hidden enemies. But if we look here, or if we roll a 6 on the hidden enemy table, we are gonna have to make a enemy presence check, and that always means enemies show up. So this time we are gonna have to do this. Last time I had the feeling that we could take our time, but with this scenario you don't want to take your time, because if you take long enough, the whole board is going to be swarming with Germans or Soviets if you are playing the Germans. Okay, so we need to set up our map, and you know how I like to do. I just like to shuffle these map pieces, there's 4 of them, and then randomly just place 2 of them up. So this time we're going to play with these maps. You might wonder what these yellow buildings are, or these with yellow squares, and basically what they are light buildings which don't have second floors. But second floor fighting is not introduced until we play with the advanced rules. So until you are interested in advanced rules, you don't have to mind those yellow squares. Okay, so if we remember, we can go and have a look. Our starting forces are always the same. We have a rifle guard group, which is going to consist of 2 SMG guys, a squad leader, and an NCO with a PPSH submachine gun. We're going to have a gunner with a light machine gun, and then we are going to have a total of 5 riflemen with machine guns. So I am going to go ahead. You can remember, you can have 5 soldiers in one group. But if you have a light machine gun, you can only have 4 soldiers. So I'm going to pair up that 1 light machine gun with 3 of my riflemen. Then I'm going to go ahead and put my submachine gunners together with those 2 remaining riflemen. But we're not done yet, because we need to roll on the ammo table and we need to roll on the support table. So let's start by rolling on the ammo table. We're going to roll a d6. And let's see what we roll. We roll a 2, so that's going to give us each rifle or submachine gun unit receives 2 grenades. The squad also receives 1 demo charge. Let's see, that's each rifle or submachine gun unit receives 2 grenades. The squad also receives 1 demo charge. So I'm guessing the squad, perhaps that should say group, because it would be strange if each unit received that much demo charges. So anyway, I'm gonna equip my riflemen with 2 grenades, so a lot of explosives. I have 5 riflemen, so that's gonna be 10 grenades. And then each of these squads are gonna get 1 demo charge. So I'm gonna give the light machine gunner and my squad leader the demo charge. And then again, I'm giving my riflemen 2 grenades each. This is a little bit fiddly. So my rifleman has been equipped with their grenades, and before we go on to placing these troops out, we need to roll on the support table. And we do so by rolling 2d6. And we roll 8, and 6 to 8 is no support, so that's quite unfortunate. I think that was just like last time. I never received. You can get a heavy machine gun, 2 submachine guns, 2 rifles. You can get a flamethrower. You can get some pretty cool stuff, but nope, not for me. Okay, so let's see what is told us to set up. Place your units on a zone in the middle of the top side of sector 1. So that's gonna be here. So that's where my units start, and they're both. I'm gonna go ahead and put them in that house. Let's see. And now we need to place out our event markers. We have 15 of these. We have shuffled them good, and it told us to fill sector 2 first. Each whoops, unfortunately I looked at that. And each, man, I'm flipping them as I'm shuffling them. Each zone that has a building. And then once we've done that, we have, let's see how many do we have left. We have 5 remaining. We will place them as far away as our entry point as possible. Let's see, that's gonna be 1, 2, 3 away, 2 away. I'm guessing this one perhaps. Which one is the furthest away? I would say this one would be the furthest away. Okay, so that's how it is now. And remember, we need now to find the event marker 1, which is the ammo depot, and we need to blow that up with a demo charge. And we have some special equipment. So your squad, which we can see here in the scenario options or scenario description. Your squad receives 2 demo charging at the beginning of the scenario in addition to the equipment received with the ammo roll table. So we have 2 more charges here. And the first one I'm going to give to my NCO. And the second one I'm going to give to one of my riflemen. And I have 4 demolition charges, 10 grenades. I didn't get any additional support, but I did get a lot of ammo. So I get a good feeling about this one, guys. Last time did not go too well, but let's have higher hopes for this time. Okay, so we have our 2 player markers and 2 enemy markers in our cup. We're gonna shake it up and hope for a green player marker, and yep. So we can activate one of our group for 6 activation points. If you haven't watched my first playthrough video, by the way, please go ahead and do so, because that's where I further describe the rules. And I'm just gonna play this game in these videos because I've already described all of the rules. If something new comes up, obviously I'm gonna go ahead and describe that. But again, if you haven't watched my first playthrough video, you don't know how to play the game, go ahead and do so, please. Okay, so my guys, I am gonna go ahead and go with my submachine gunners, and they are gonna go to this building over here. But first of all, they have to step outside. That's 1 point. And then they are going into a new zone, that's 2 points. And now I have to roll on the exposed movement table. 2d6, and I roll 9, that's not a very good one. So we can see here on the exposed movement table, 9. The active group must spend 1 additional AP, that's action point. So I've used 1 AP to step us outside, 2 additional AP to go to the new area. Now I'm up to 4 because of the exposed movement, and I am... let's see, 5 moving into this place here and moving into the building, finishing my 6 activation points or action points. And remember, when you come adjacent to event marker, flip it. And that's event marker number 8, so that's not the one I'm looking for. And we go ahead and go to our scenario description, and event description E2 to E9 is nothing. So this is nothing is happening. And that's the end of my turn. I'm going to go ahead and leave a play marker on top of there to remember they're being activated. You can only activate a unit or a group once per turn. Next turn, I'm lucky I draw a new play marker. The question here is if I want to go ahead and join my group or try and on my own try to find something. This ammo depot is a little bit risky, but I do have a lot of explosives, so I feel like I can handle it. However, to go to this place, I need to get over this road, and that can be really dangerous. And if I roll 10 to 12 on the exposed movement, and I'm going to have to roll 2 times, that's going to be a fire attack against me with 3 rifles. Yeah, that feels actually like quite a dangerous thing to do, so I am gonna go ahead and move to this area instead. So I'm moving out 1 action point, moving to this new area. That's 2 additional action points. I have to move, roll 2d6, and I roll 9. And again, we saw what happened last time I rolled 9 on the exposed movement. That's spend 1 additional action points. So we're now up to 4 additional action points, and I'm just going to go ahead and move into this building. Otherwise, I would have wanted to go south, but I don't have enough action points now with that exposed movement that cost me 1 additional one. Okay, so we all know what's going to be in this cup. There's not much it can be. It's going to be 2 enemy markers. And you know the deal with the enemy markers, guys. We just go to our Rattenkrieg's table, enemy activation marker, select the first option that applies to current situation. Not activated enemy group on the map. Use the bot, but we don't have any enemy on the map. A play group is adjacent to an event marker. Nope, I'm not. Otherwise, I would reveal that event marker. So I'm going to roll on the hidden enemy table. So that's just what we're going to do. And we're going to hope that we don't roll a 6. Because if we roll a 6, that means... Let me focus here. Make an enemy presence check. Basically, enemies are showing up. So let's hope for something else. And we roll a 2. And on the hidden enemy table on this scenario, 1 to 4 is nothing. So we're good there. Okay, so we draw another play marker. And it's going to be, or activation marker. And again, it's the enemy, of course. And you know the deal now. There's no enemies. There's no adjacent... event markers. We are going to go ahead and roll again on the hidden enemy table, and we roll 2, and you remember 1 to 4 nothing happens. So all the activation markers has been used. We put them back in the cup and we shake them up and we go again. Can you see the flow of the game? I mean, once you learn to play this game, it's so fast and smooth. I gotta say, I really love it. It's a great little game, and for being a magazine game, I think it does very good. So we draw another enemy marker. You know the deal, guys. We will roll on the hidden enemy table. And we roll a 1, so that's nothing. 1 to 4 on the hidden enemy table is nothing. Another enemy marker, you know the deal. Another 1, so another nothing. It's our turn to go again. So we are going to go ahead and go with our firing squad this time. So we're crossing country here. Gonna go ahead and... Actually, I think this time... I'm thinking about where I should go. If I should go south or east. I want to do a nice cleanup of these event markers, and I think that's the best. But because if I go there, I'm gonna have to show both of them at the same time. That can be really dangerous. At the same time, I'm kind of... Man, I'm not in that of a rush. Okay, so I am gonna play it safe. I'm gonna go ahead and with these guys... Go out first, that's 1 action point. Go into the new area, that's additional 2 action points, so we're up to 3. We're gonna roll on the exposed movement table. Whoops. And we roll 10, so that's not good. Let's go ahead and read our exposed movement at 10 to 12. Execute a fire attack, 1 rifle short range, against the active group. If the active group is in line of sight of an event marker, execute instead a fire attack 3 rifles with the event marker's range. And we have the event marker over here, so he definitely has line of sight to my guys. It can be kind of hard to tell because, you know, the event marker isn't placed like this. It's just placed in the middle. So, but anyway, let's say that this guy is everywhere on this zone. So he could be there, for example, or here. So he definitely does have line of sight. So we're going to go ahead and do 3 rifle attacks against these poor guys. And if you don't know the rifle, we can even take a German rifle counter as a reminder. The rifle has a range, short range. Sorry, that's an SMG. Looked like a rifle to me. Here we go. The rifle has a short range of 3 zones, and we're just 1 zone away, so we're definitely in close range. He can fire up to 6 in long range. He has a 1 in rate of fire, and if you roll a 6, the special ability is the K, is going to be the kill. So he doesn't pin me, he actually kills me if you roll 6 on the aim and hits. And of course he hits, he rolls the first, is a 6. So if I don't roll a 1 now, I'm screwed. Okay, that's a 9, so the first one is a hit. Let's roll to see who gets killed, and it's my squad leader. So that's my first casualty right there. Not looking good, guys. Okay, that's 1 of 3 attacks. The second attack is gonna fail. Also, the demo charge here goes lost because that's the squad leader was carrying that. We have our third and last rifle attack, and we roll a 2. So unless the rifle rolls 6, we're good. Okay. Remember, in short distance, 8 or higher to hit. In long distance, you need 10 or higher to hit. Okay, so we took a hit, but we're not pinned, so we can move on. Let's see, we spent 1, 2, 3. And actually, now that we have moved... Oh man, I'm destroying this pile of soldiers. Let me get that sorted up. And actually, since we have the event market there, that's also going to be something we have to reveal. And it's number 6, not the number we're looking for. Remember, we're looking for number 1. And if you remember the event description, event 2 to 9 is going to be nothing. Okay, so we move, let's see, how many movement points did we spend now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can move over here if we want, and I think we want to do that. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, okay, 4, 5, and we're gonna move on the exposed table. Ah man, 11. So again, we are hit here. Execute a fire attack. So this time it's gonna be a rifle because we don't have any event marker in line of sight. Okay, so rifle. Let's hope he doesn't do. Oh man, 4. That's a pretty good roll. And 5. So that's gonna be a hit. 8 or higher is a hit in short distance, and my third soldier in that group is going to be pinned, and it's going to be my rifleman there. So it's not going too well, guys. And this is actually what's going to get you most of the times. Feels like that just the exposed movement is crazy. You're going to be hit so much, and actually that's fixed in the advanced rules, because with the advanced rules you're going to have a bit more complexity, but it's going to be much more enjoyable because you're going to have covering fire rules, and you're going to be able to use your squads to cover each other and survive, a better chance of surviving those nasty event markers. So anyway, they're pinned, and that means they can't move anymore, otherwise I would have moved into that building. However, we are going to go ahead and reveal this event marker, and with a number 15, that's a bad one, I believe. Yeah, there we go. Enemy present check, immediate activation. So that means they're going to go ahead and fire at me right away. So first we roll on the enemy present table, and we roll a 6, so that's not too bad. Could have been worse. That's going to be 2 riflemen. Could have been light machine gun or 2 submachine guns and a rifle, but just 2 riflemen, so I'm happy with that. Okay, we got, let's see, we got 2 German riflemen here, and lucky for me they aren't in line of sight. So we are going to go ahead now and immediately activate them. And when you do that, you're just going to put one of those markers, a discarded one, just to remember that they've been activated. And we're going to go ahead and look at the bot. So group is engaging close combat, no. Group contains pinned units, no. Hidden group, play group in line of sight, no. Play group in short range, yes. Is fire possible? No. And I'm going to go ahead and roll a die for that. So we have a 6. Move 1 zone towards the nearest play groups. That's what we're going to do. However, they will move over here into this house. And we'll follow with the enemy marker. So I am in a bit of trouble here now. Germans are closing in. I've already lost my squad leader, but we know that the next player marker or activation marker is going to be for the player, since we already drawn 2 enemy markers. So I've already activated this unit, so this is the only one I can activate. And the question is what I want to do. I think I'm going to go ahead and go outside for 1 action. No, I don't want to do that. I don't have line of fire here, I believe, to those riflemen. Or actually looks like I do, because the way you calculate line of fire is from the middle of your units. You draw a straight line to the units you're firing at, and if they can reach a corner of that building which they are inside of, you have line of fire, but it can't be another building in a way. So I will say they have line of fire from that window. Actually they do, just about. So I am gonna go ahead and fire, and there are 2 zones away. So I'll fire with my light machine gun first, and he aims 4, and then he has 4 because of his rate of fire of 4. And looks like, oh man, look, all of these are hits, so that's 4 hits. So these 4 hits are actually going to take these guys out, because there's 2 of them. So the first 2 hits are going to pin them both, and then the next hits are going to take them out. So that's how it goes sometimes. So the other guys aren't going to do anything, they are just going to relax. There's no more markers, so that's the end of the round. So we're going to go ahead and put the markers back. And let's see, yeah. Let's go to the next round, and the enemy's gonna start. So you know the deal, guys. There's no enemies. We are gonna roll on the hidden enemy table, and we roll 4. So remember, 1 to 4 is nothing in this specific scenario. So we draw another marker. Oops, I drew 2, and we have another enemy. So again, whoops, we roll, and it's 3, so it's nothing. So next one is gonna be for me. Obviously, we're we're gonna go ahead and try to rally this pinned rifleman, and you rally him on a roll of 3 or higher. And so I managed to rally him. That's cool. And rallying is quite an expensive action. That's 4 action points. So after rallying, I actually have 2 more action points. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and enter this building, because I don't feel safe outside in the open of Stalingrad. So drawing the next marker, and obviously it's gonna be a play once, is we already drawn 2 enemy markers. And we're gonna take this group and try and, let's see, I'm gonna go outside over here to this corner. I don't want to be in line of sight of this one. And then I'm entering this new area, and we roll on the exposed movement table. And we roll an 8. Let's see, on the 8, we can see here on exposed movement, on a roll of 8, roll on hidden enemy table. So we go ahead and roll on the hidden enemy table. 1 to 4 is nothing. Yep, and you know already the hidden enemy table that's described in the scenarios. For this one, 1 to 4 is going to be nothing. On 5, we can take a shot from an event marker. On 6 is going to make some enemies pop up. Okay, so these guys have arrived. That means I have to turn this, and it's number 9. And E2 to E9 is nothing. So we still haven't found that elusive first marker. Gonna go ahead and enter this building for another action point, and that means I spent 1, 2, 3, 4 action points, and I'm gonna stop there because I don't wanna stay outside anywhere. So I'm just gonna stay inside, and that's the end of this turn. Actually, I think I did pretty good that turn, and we're gonna go ahead and mix these up. And I'm really hoping for a victory, because you can win in this game. I have won the first scenario. It's just sometimes it's hard. Okay, I'm gonna take the light machine gun, and I'm gonna go ahead and move in here. So here we have we're outside. That's 1 action point. We move into the new area. That's 2 action points. We roll for exposed movement 7, and 7 is nothing. 3 to 7 is nothing. And we move inside for another 1 action point. And that means we have to turn this event marker. And it's number 7. And remember, in this scenario, E2 to E9 is nothing. So again, it's nothing. We're still looking for that elusive number 1. Gonna put the play marker there to remember I've activated that unit. And we have another play marker now. I'm gonna take this group now and start moving west together with my other group. So outside, 1 action point, to the new area, 2 action points, so we're up to 3. We have to roll on the exposed movement table. And we roll a 7, that's cool, because again, 3 to 7 is nothing. And we move into this new area, and we just stay and relax there. We're gonna move on soon. And we put our play marker on top of it to remember. So we know what markers are coming. It's going to be 2 enemy markers. We roll on the hidden enemy table, since we don't have any, the 2, that's nothing, since we don't have any enemy markers and we're not adjacent to any event markers. Second one, roll on the enemy table. Nope, we're lucky, because again, if we roll 6, there's going to be enemies popping up. I'm so nervous of that. I can't handle more of these Germans. Okay, so the turn is over, and I think again we have done pretty good. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have cleared 1/3 of the markers. So I feel like we should be able to find these new markers soon enough, or the ammo. So we have again roll on the. Oh, that was close, almost a 6. And draw another marker, and it's going to be an enemy. Oh, 5. Okay. So let's see what 5 does. Hidden enemy table 5. If 1 event marker is in line of sight within 2 zones of distance from a play group, immediately execute an attack of 2 rifles against this player group. And we have, so this guy is within 2 zones definitely. So just as a thing to be able to remember correctly how to do your rifle attacks, I'm going to put these guys there, and I'm going to do the rifle attack and then put them away. So we have 2 rifle attacks, unfortunately, against my fire support team. So first rifleman fires, and he fires good. That's a roll of 5. That is going to hurt. And 2, oh, that's actually good. He needs to roll an 8 or higher. So the first one is a miss, and he escapes into the streets of Stalingrad. The second guy fights. That's a good roll, I gotta say. And again, he fires 7. 7 is not enough to pin me, so I'm good. I think my men did pretty good there. Okay, so we got another guy here. Another play marker. And what I'm gonna do now is, I am gonna move... Let's see. I want to get this group into that building. So I'm moving outside. That's 1 action point. And then I'm moving north. So that's 2 action points. And again, I have to roll on the exposed movement table. 9. And that's... the active group has to spend... Unfortunately, that always happens. I have to spend 1 additional action point. So that means I spent like 1, 2, 3, 4 action points. So there's no reason to try to head west now, because that's just going to end with me staying in the open. So I'm staying here, guys, into the house. And now I've spent my action points. So I'm just going to go ahead and stay there. And we only have 1 event activation marker left, and of course it's going to be mine. And I am thinking of... Maybe I shouldn't enter, because if there's 2 dangerous forces, my guys are going to be in trouble. But no one remembers a coward. Okay, so 1 action point heading out of the house. 2 more action points heading out into that new area. And then I'm going to roll on the exposed movement. Every time, sorry, I'm going to re-roll that. Every time you enter a new zone, you have to roll on the exposed movement. We roll 6, and on the exposed movement... I'm not going to show you this table every time, because you are going to learn. But on a roll of 3 to 7, it's going to be nothing. So we roll 6. That's obviously going to be nothing. And we move inside, and we stay there. And we turn our event marker, and it's 11. And I believe 11 is going to be something nasty. So it does have the number that we want, but it has 2 of them. So unfortunately, we're not going to get our ammo depot. Okay, let's check 11. Enemy present check, -1. So the -1s are not good. And we have a 3, and that 3 is going to turn into a 2. So that's going to be 1 submachine gun and 2 rifles. Let's see if we have some guys here. 1 submachine guns and 2 rifles. Okay, so when you place a group of enemies on the map, and you have already drawn both enemy event markers, the rules specify that you have to put 1 back into the cup. So that means I'm screwed now, because I've drawn all of my play markers. He's gonna get to fire at me first. He's gonna pin me down, and I'm gonna have trouble. Okay, so we draw the 1 event marker left, or activation marker, and of course it's gonna be the enemy one. So this guy is gonna fire at me. We have a submachine gun first of all. We roll our aim die. It's an aim of 4. That's pretty good. He's in close range, rate of fire of 2, so he's rolling 2 dice. Ah, man, that's 2 hits. So let's deal those hits first. And it's gonna be... I don't think I have 5 soldiers. 1, 2... No, I only have 3 of them. So instead, I'm gonna roll a d3 and deal those hits. Okay, so that means my rifleman is KIA, because 2 hits... you go pinned, and then you go KIA. So I now lost, in my assault team here, I've lost half of my men. I only have 2 guys remaining. Okay, so then the rifleman fires. And actually, 1 small mistake I did now that... So basically what you do when you activate an enemy group is you start, it's not in pinned, hidden group, no. Player resource rate, yes. Fire is possible, yes. And then you actually roll a d6. And on a roll of 6, they don't actually fire. They don't do anything. So I am going to do that now and hope for 6. And I get a 3. So on a roll of 3, execute fire against nearest target. So anyway, that's what you have to do. So even if you know the bot automatically, don't forget that, because I usually do. Okay, so we have the rifleman firing 2. And he rolls a 3. So hopefully he don't roll 5 or nope. Last rifleman. And he rolls a 2. So hopefully he doesn't roll a 6 with his rate of fire dice. Nope, he doesn't. But bad enough for me, man. Okay, we take our markers and put them back in the cup. And this time we hope that the enemy don't get an activation marker. Ah, they do. So they get an activation marker, unfortunately. And we look at our bot again. And again, group is engaged in close combat, no. Group contains pinned units, no. Hidden player group in line of sight, no. Player group in short range, yes. Fire is possible, yes. And then we roll a d6. Come on, get a 6. Ah, 4. So 4 tells us to execute fire against nearest target. So again, we're going to fire on our poor assault group here with my submachine gun guy and everything. Not having a good time. So we're firing with the rifleman first. And he rolls a 5. That's a good roll. And a 5. So that's going to be 1 hit. Let's roll. 1 to 3 is going to be the submachine gun. 4 to 6 is going to be my rifleman. So the submachine gun NCO is hit. He's pinned down. So we have 1 more rifleman. He's also firing. And he rolls a 4. He's also going to hit, I'm sure. No, he doesn't. So I'm lucky there. We have the enemy submachine gun. And he rolls a 1. That's lucky for me. That means he can't hit. Because if you roll a 1, you're never going to be able to hit. So we have some more markers here. We're going to go ahead and draw those. And we have another enemy marker. But there's no adjacent event markers. So we roll on the hidden enemy table. And of course we roll a 6. That's exactly what we don't need right now. Hidden enemy table 6. Make an enemy presence check. Place these enemy units on the nearest zone containing an event marker. That's pretty horrible, guys. Let's see. Okay, first of all, we have to do our... Let's see. Place the enemy's units on the nearest zone containing an enemy. So this is a little bit interesting. Where are we supposed to do our... Place the enemy on the nearest zone. So where nearest to what? Nearest to our units, because we didn't draw a marker. It came from this one. So nearest, I don't know where nearest is, but anyway, let's do our presence check first. And we roll 1, so that's gonna be bad. That means we are gonna get 2 submachine guns and 1 rifle. No, yeah, exactly. So we have 2 submachine gunners and 1 rifle. And then the question is, where is the nearest one? So that is hard to say. I'm gonna say that it's the nearest zone to your soldiers, and with a line of sight. So that's gonna be this area. So I'm gonna go ahead and just place them there. Sometimes you just have to do the best move you can for the bot. Okay, so that's cool. Okay, so unfortunately, there is this rule again that if you place a new unit on the map and both enemy activation markers has been drawn, you have to put 1 back into the cup. So unfortunately, we have to do that. So things are getting tough here, guys. I think I'm gonna have to... So I get a play marker again, and I think I'm gonna have to retreat. But I don't think... I'm not sure where I'm gonna retreat to. And I think perhaps I should just try to fight my way through these Germans. But they got 2 submachine guns here, 1 rifleman, 2 riflemen here. Yeah, this is gonna be a tough nut to crack. Okay, I'm gonna try to fight through it. I don't see any other way. If I'm gonna start running from them, it's gonna be even harder, I think. Because then I'm gonna have to run back and roll on the exposed movement. I'm gonna have to cross roads. It's gonna be crazy. So these guys are trying to move in. 1 movement point going inside. 2 movement points moving to the new area. I'm gonna go ahead and roll some dice for that. Exposed movement table, and I roll an 8. And 8 is a roll on the hidden enemy table. So we're gonna do that. We roll 2, so that's lucky enough. And then we move into the new area. And now we spend, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 points. So unfortunately, that leaves us with 2 points remaining. So that means we don't have enough points to fire. We don't have enough points to do a quick fire. Okay, I'm gonna leave them there because they are pinned, so they can't move. Hoping to draw another play marker. Yes, I do. So I'm gonna go ahead. This guy has already been activated. I'm gonna try to rally him. Or roll 3 or higher. Oh yeah, I roll 3, so he's activated. And then I'm gonna go ahead and use my rifleman, and he's actually gonna go ahead and use one of his grenades. So he has, let's see if I can focus. He has 2 grenades. So I just turn this marker onto a one grenade remaining. So let's see, guys. Fiddly. So I'm using my aim die as usual. And 5, that's actually pretty good. Let's hope for something good here, guys. And then I use my rate of fire, which is 1 for the grenade. Yeah, so we actually hit with the grenade. That's cool. Because what that means is we get to roll a d6. And these guys are going to take d6 worth of damage. And we roll 5, so that's going to be, or d3 actually. So that's going to be 2 hits. Sorry, I had to pause the video and look at the rules. No, it's 1d6 worth of pins. So basically we have 5 pins here on these 3 guys. So we're gonna go ahead and roll to see 5 times. We're gonna roll to see who get pinned or not. So we roll a d3 first because there's 3 of them, right? So the first one getting pinned is the first soldier. Second pin is gonna be the first rifleman, so he's dead now. So now we start rolling. 1 to 3 is the rifleman, 4 to 6 is the submachine gun. So we roll 5, so that's going to be the submachine gunner pinned. And then we roll again, and it's 2, so that's going to be rifleman pinned. I'm hoping to get that submachine gunner. Unfortunately, we don't get the submachine gunner, but we do take out the rifleman and pin the submachine gunner. So we have only 1 marker left, and of course that's going to be the enemy marker, and that means we're going to have to activate these guys over here. So we check our bot again, and you know the deal. You know where we're going to end up, because let's see, this got to be in. We're not in short range now, because our submachine gunners have only 1 in range. And you have to count the zones, including your target. So the zones away now is 1, 2. So actually now we're in long range. So let's look what they want us to do now. See here. Playgroup in short range, no. Playgroup in long range, yes. Fire is possible, yes. Execute fire against nearest target. So unfortunately it's going to be even worse now. Before, if we rolled 6, that would have mean nothing. But okay, guys, let's do this. We fire first with the rifleman. And what do we say? The nearest target? Yeah, so the nearest target is obviously going to be these guys. So rifleman first rolls a 5. That's a good roll. And there also 1, so he missed. I'm very fortunate. Next guy is a submachine gunner. And he rolled 2, so that's not going to be able to hit because he's in long range. He needs a 10. And then we have 1 more submachine gunner. Same goes there. He rolls a 2. That's not going to be enough. So I'm very fortunate. I felt like my my tactic of just rushing and using those grenades really paid off there. So that's the end of the of this turn. And we're going to go ahead and put our markers back. Just mix them up. And really hope for a player marker now, where I'm going to be sad. Oh, no. Okay. So we activate our first, when you get a activation marker, and you have several bots out, or several enemy units out, you will always activate the closest unit first. And this is going to be the closest unit. And if we look at the bot again, let's see here, start. Okay, we'll get a focus. Group is engaged in close combat. No. Group contains pinned units. Yes. Rally pinned units. No move for this group during this activation, and we have that means stop. So we're going to go ahead and try to rally them. Remember, rally is in a roll of 3 to 6. And we roll a 4. So they are They are successfully rallied. So we need to take those out because submachine gunners aren't something you want around. Not that close. Okay, we need to draw one more marker. Let's hope for a play marker this time. Oh, I drew 2. Come on. Come on. Oh yeah, we get a play marker. Okay. So let's see what I want to do. I want to activate my fire team against this this unit here. And I'm going to go ahead and activate my light machine gun first, hoping for a really good roll. Come on now. Ah, that's not a good roll. Okay, so roll of 2. And we get at least 1 hit. So there's 3 of these guys. Again, let's roll to see who gets hit. And it's going to be the first rifleman. He gets pinned down. So then we have, I have a rifleman of my own. And he rolls 3. And then he rolls 4, so that's not going to be enough. He needs to roll at least an 8. And then we have one more rifleman. And he also rolls 3. And he rolls a 4. So again, he also misses. That's, I don't know where these guys got their training. Next rifleman. Come on. And he rolls a 4, so a little bit better. Let's hope for something. Ah, yeah. So he scores a hit. Let's roll to see who he hits. Roll a d3. So he rolled a 4. So he's going to be the second guy taking that pinning. Okay. So we put these guys back. We draw. We have 1 player marker, 1 enemy marker left. And we receive an enemy marker. So you know the deal. These guys are going to try to rally. So we've started the rifleman. And he managed to rally. And then the submachine gun. And he also manages to rally. So these guys have been successfully rallied. And there's just 1 marker left. And of course that's going to be a play marker. And I'm going to go ahead and engage these 2 guys. Starting with my submachine gun. Hoping he's going to do some good. I can't really afford a miss now. He's going to fire at the submachine gun next to him, obviously. Let's see if I can have a way of sliding. Man, I really want to win this mission. I've never wanted to win so much. Usually when I do my videos, I'm like, okay, whatever happens, happens. I'm just showing off the game, you know. But now I really want to win for some reason. Okay, so let's roll for a submachine gun. Come on. Oh yeah, that was nice. I thought it was going to be a 1, then I thought it was going to be a 6, but I'm definitely happy with 5. And we're going to roll 2 rate of fire dice. Oh man, I rolled 2 2s. That's... I'm not even gonna say what I think of that. That's not good. So we have our rifleman, and he has a chance to save us, but I have my... Yeah, he rolls 5. And then he rolls a 1. Oh man. I'm starting to think maybe bad things are going to happen to my poor 2 squads. Okay, so we start a new turn. If I can draw the activation marker first, I can lay down some covering fire and perhaps save this situation. Let's hope so. Okay. Yeah, so it's my turn first. Let's see. So line of sight doesn't mention anything about units blocking line of sight, only buildings. So I assume that these guys can fire at these submachine gun teams. So that's what I'm going to do. Let's see. I got some riflemen, so I'm starting with the rifleman there. He rolls a 2. That's bad. I need a 6 now to hit. Of course, I don't roll that. We got other riflemen. Come on, man. He also rolls a 2. I don't know what's up with my guys. 5, that's a miss. I don't know what happened with my guys. I got my light machine gun. Oh yeah, there we go, 6. And the 6, as you know, activates, with the aim dice, activates their abilities. So let's see if I can get my camera to focus. The light machine gun has the R and the K. The R is for reloading. That's going to reload one of your rate of fire dice if they miss, and the K means they kill instead of pin. So thank you very much, Mr. Light Machine Gun. Sorry, that's the wrong group. He rolls 4 dice because of his rate of fire on. We have 3 hits, and he also lets me reroll the miss I got. which I don't really need to do, but I want to do it because I'm pissed off at that German. Okay, so I have 4 hits. So this poor submachine gunner, he's pinned, and then he's hit 3 more times, and he's totally dead. So that's what you get for messing with my guys. Okay, man, so my fire support group did a good job, but I'm not out of the woods yet because we have 2 enemy markers left. We have these guys left, and well, there's only 2 soldiers left there, so let's not celebrate. Yeah, and we draw the enemy marker, and we're gonna go ahead and go to the bot as usual. So we look at a bot. A group is engaged in close combat. No. Group contains pinned units. No. Hidden player group in line of sight. No. Play group in short range. No. Play group in long range. Yes. Fire is possible. Yes. Execute fire against nearest target. So they are gonna go ahead and fire again. First we fire with the rifle, and they fire at this group here, and he rolls a 3. Not good, not bad, but he does hit. So let's see, we have only 2 soldiers left. So let's roll a D3 to see who gets hit. And it's 3, so it's gonna be my submachine gunner, unfortunately. And then we have a submachine gunner, and they are firing at long range, so they need a 10 or higher to hit. So the first one is a roll of 2, so that's gonna be a miss. Second guy, also submachine gunner, he needs a 10 to hit, and he rolls a 1, so that's also gonna be a miss. So that's it for the enemies. They pinned one of my guys. That's not too bad. I can enemy marker, and we are not adjacent to an event marker. Our only enemy group has been activated, so we roll on the hidden enemy table. Let's hope we don't roll 6. 2. That's gonna be nothing. Lucky for us. Last marker is obviously gonna be our play marker again. We try to rally our submachine gunner. We rally him on 3 to 4, and we manage to do so. And then we have a rifleman, and he's gonna go ahead and open up on these guys, and he fires in close range. So he hits on a 8 or higher. Whoops! Come on, man. He rolls a 4. That's pretty bad. All our activation markers has been used, so we go to our new turn. And now again we really hope for a player marker. Oh yeah, for the first time in a long time I'm feeling like I had some luck. So I'm opening up with my fire support team here, opening up on these Germans. So first we have a rifleman who hits on a roll of 8 or higher, and he rolls an 8, so he does hit. Let's see who he hits. Let's roll D3. 6, that's gonna be the last guy in the group since they're free, so he's pinned now. That's a submachine gunner. And then we have, let's see, a bunch of explosives. And we have another rifleman. Man. And he rolls a 5, that's a pretty good roll. And yeah, that's a hit. So let's roll a D3 again to see who he hits. And he rolls a 6, so that means the last guy is out of action. And then we have our trusted light machine gunner, love that guy. And he rolls a 6 again, I can't believe it. This guy, man. Give him a promotion. And we got 3 hits. And because we have the special ability trigger with the 6 roll, we get to re-roll our 1 miss. And that turns into a hit. So these guys, the first hit kills because of his ability, and the other one is pinned. So these guys are totally done for. That's nice. Okay, man, so things are starting to look a little bit brighter. But again, let's not celebrate too early. My assault team here is pretty banged up. I lost, so far I've lost 1 rifleman, 1 submachine gun, the squad leader, and 1 demo charge, and I've used some grenades. Okay guys, so we are gonna go ahead and, let's see, draw another marker then. And it's an event enemy activation marker, so we roll for the hidden enemy table. And man, we roll 6 again? Are you kidding me? Okay, so hidden enemy table, make an enemy presence check +1. Place these enemy units on the nearest zone containing an event marker. So we're gonna do that. Enemy presence check, and we roll a 2 +1. So that's 3. That's 1 submachine gun again and 2 rifles. And again, place them on the nearest zone containing an event marker. 1 submachine gun and 2 rifles. And let's see here. I am going to go ahead and again place them over here, which makes the most sense. Since they have line of sight that way. And actually I think these guys who were firing at each other all this time, they didn't have line of sight, because we can see here on the wall there's a black line there. So unfortunately these guys firing at each other didn't have line of sight, so sorry for that, guys. I made a mistake there, but that's what happens sometimes. At least I discovered it. But when you have guys in buildings like that, and you see, for example, here, and it's a black line, that means there's a big wall and you can't fire at each other. In the tractor factory, for example, this one, if you have guys in different rooms, they can fire at each other, but they have to be adjacent. So, for example, this area can't fire at this area. So sorry for that mistake, but I don't think it changed that much. Anyway, that's how it is. Sometimes when you play, you do a small mistake. Okay, so let's go on. Luckily, we don't have to put an event marker back, because you know the deal that that's only when you've drawn both of the enemy event or activation markers. I keep saying event markers. Okay, so these guys, let's roll for them. They're not in close range, they are in long range, and it always means if they have fire is possible, they will always fire against the nearest target. So they're going to go ahead and fire at these guys. First guy is a submachine gunner. And he rolls 6. This can actually be a hit. He needs to roll 10 or higher. So he actually gets 1 hit. That's pretty good job on a long distance. So these guys are 2 of them left. So I'm going to roll just 1 to 3 is going to be the first. 4 to 6 is going to be the last. So Rifleman is now pinned. Unfortunately. And then we have a Rifleman. Oof. Yeah, he rolls a 6. Come on, give me a 1. No, so that's a hit. And that 6 triggers his special ability. So we know that special ability with the Rifleman is kill instead of pin. So let's see who gets killed. And it's going to be my submachine gunner. So now my second fire group is almost completely destroyed. That's bad news. And we have 1 more Rifleman there. And he rolls a 1, so that is going to be a miss. But they've done some pretty bad damage to me, guys. And he also loses his demo charge. So let's see how many demo charges we have left. Because remember, if we lose the last one, we lose the game. Okay, we have 1 demo charge. 1 demo charge left, carried by our light machine gunner. So, oh man, things are not going good. Not going good at all. So our next activation marker is going to be a player 1, since we've drawn 3 other ones, and we have a pinned Rifleman. So we need to try to rally him, and we do manage to rally him, but that's it. We have only 2 action points left, and not much we can do with that. So we're going to have to end the turn and hope for better luck this time. And if I know Stalingrad right, that's not something you should count on. Okay, so these guys are starting. I'm firing at these guys with my Rifleman. He's at short distance, so he needs only an 8 to hit. He fails. Next Rifleman is up. Let's hope he has better aim. Oh man, that's annoying. I'm gonna have to re-roll that because that's not approved. Ah. He's not gonna hit. He needs an 8. Nope, 7. Sometimes it's hard not cursing. I try not to curse on my channel. Oh yeah. Okay, so my light machine gun rolls a 5, so that's a good roll. 4 plus the rate of fire, and we have 3 hits, so that feels good. Gonna roll. There's 3 of them, so I'm gonna roll a d3 to deal out those hits. Let's see, so it's gonna be the first one, which is the Rifleman, gets 2 hits, and then the second guy, the submachine gun, is taken out because he gets 2 hits. The Rifleman is just pinned, and the third guy is good. Then we have another Rifleman. Again, these riflemen, I don't know what training they had. Probably village boys. Sent to fight in Stalingrad. One guy gets a bullet, the other guy gets a rifle. Okay, so not the best attack, but I'm still happy I managed to suppress these guys or pin them. So these guys are rallied or activated, and as always, if you're going to try to rally, they rally on a roll of 3 to 6. So the only pinned guy is managed to rally. And it's going to be a play marker. We got this one guy, and he's going to go ahead and fire with his rifle at this unit. Roll of 4. Let's hope we can pin them. 7. Man, I really want to pin them because we're going to get a new round zone. Okay, enemy activation. We don't have any more unactivated enemy units, so we're going to have to roll on the hidden enemy table. And we roll a 3, so that's nothing. I'm so scared now rolling those 6s, getting more of these. I don't think I can handle more German troops. Okay, it's a new turn, and these guys aren't pinned any longer. So let's hope we draw a player 1. Let's hope we draw a player 1 first. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, my trusted light machine gunner, fire at these lads. Come on, come on. No, that's a bad one. That's a bad one. Ooh, that's 1 hit. Okay, that's good enough. I'm happy with that. We're gonna roll 1 to 3 is gonna be the first one. Yeah, so he's pinned. Cool. So we have a rifleman. I don't know what's up with my riflemen, but they can't hit the end of a barn. Let's see. And we have another rifleman. He rolls 6. That's actually a kill trigger. And he rolls 5. Let's see who he hits. 1 to 3 is going to be the first one. 4 to 6 is going to be the next one. So it's the next one, and he actually dies because he triggered his ability. So I guess this guy learned something from all combat he had. And then we have our last rifleman. And he rolls a 1, so that's always going to be a miss. And who has that? Yeah, it's our light machine gun has that charge, the demo charge. Okay, next guy's turn. I'm going to put this here to remember I use these guys. And we have an enemy. He's going to try to rally. He's going to rally on a roll of 3, 2, 6. And he rolls a 1, so he fails to rally. Suck it. Oh, I drew 2. We have an enemy, so that's going to be on the enemy hidden table. And we roll a 4, so that's going to be nothing. Lucky for us. And the last one is going to be a play marker. We're going to go ahead and fire with the rifleman at that rifleman. Hopefully take him out, because I'm so sick of these Germans. Man, our 7. I just can't take this guy out. So it's the end of the turn. We shuffle these guys up and draw one randomly, and it's a play marker. Now the question is, do I want to play things safe and take him out with these guys, or what do I want to do? I think that's what I want to do. I don't want to deal with this guy anymore. So we fire with the first rifleman, and he rolls a 6. Now he can... and a 1, of course. So that's a 7, so he doesn't hit, of course. I thought he was going to hit first. I was so surprised. Next guy rolls 5, so he should be able to hit. Yeah, so he hits. I don't know, have to roll who he fires at, because there's only 1 guy remaining, and that guy's already pinned, so the second hit kills him. And then we have, let's see, no, we have to draw some markers first. Enemy marker, we roll on the hidden enemy table, and hopefully, yeah, we don't roll a 6, because we don't want any more of those troops popping up. We have another one, again, hoping not to roll a 6, thank you. And the next one is going to be a play marker. So the thing is here now, I only have 1 man in this squad. If I move into this area, I'm going to activate these 2 units. And there are, let's see, we have drawn, there's 10 left, there is 12 left, 13, 14, there's many markers still containing enemies. So I don't think I want to move in here with this guy, because that could mean some real trouble for me. But at the same time, man, I think I should kind of rush this because I am running out of time. But no, I don't want to do that. I'm staying behind with this guy, taking it chill, because I think if I rush it, I'm gonna die also. Okay, so we put our activation markers back, and we draw an enemy 1. We roll. It's a 2, so nothing happens on the enemy hidden enemy table. Next one is a player 1, and these guys are moving on the back here, outside. So that's 1 action point. Then we're moving into the new zone. That's two action points. We have to roll. We roll a 9, so that's going to be 1 additional. I think 1 additional. Yeah, the active group must spend 1 additional AP. If you remember from our expose movement. 9. The active group must spend 1 additional AP. So I spent 1 going out, 2 going into the new zone. That's 3. Then plus 1 for that exposed movement. And going inside here, we're up to 5 action points now, and we have to reveal this marker. It's number 4. I want number 1. Was a long time since we looked at the scenario. Event description, E2 to E9 is nothing. I can't seem to find that ammo depot. I need to find that ammo depot. Gonna put the play marker there to remember where this guy's at. And also we have an event marker here. So, oh, look at that! It's number 1. We found the ammo depot, and we even have some supporting fire over here from our rifleman. Ah, that's cool. Okay, so ammo depot. Leave the event marker face up on the map as a reminder. Place the following enemy units on the event marker zone: 1 light machine gun, 2 submachine guns with 2 grenades each. Enemy units in ammo depot uses bot D. Okay, so this guy got grenades, man. I don't have a good feeling about this. So we have a light machine gun, and we have 2 submachine guns, and the submachine gun guys got 2 grenades each. Okay, so let's put these guys over here, and we leave the event marker over here. And then again, now with the bot, we have bot A, and I think maybe we used the wrong side. I don't know. Anyway, this is bot A, the side that we've been using all of the time. Bot A means attack, I'm guessing, and now we're gonna use D, which is defend. So they're never gonna move closer to your target. They're gonna stay put and just defend. Okay, so that means we're gonna go ahead and draw a new marker. There's 1 enemy marker, 1 player marker. Let's hope for player 1. We could perhaps suppress these guys before they get a chance to fire at us. Let's hope so. Okay, this is it. No! Oh no, I'm not happy. Okay, so it's gonna be those grenade guys. Rattenkrieg AI bot D. Group is engaged in close combat. No. Group contains pinned units. No. Hidden group in line of sight. No. Play group in short range. Yes. Fire is possible. Yes. And we're gonna roll a d6. They always fire. And doesn't matter what, because largest target, nearest target, both of those are this, obviously. So okay, man, I have a feeling that this is gonna be painful. Let's start with the light machine gun, and let's roll for his aim line. And he rolls 3. That's pretty good. He has 4 in rate of fire, so it's gonna be 4 dice. And he gets at least 2 hits. So let's roll 2 dice to see which guys are hit. The third guy is hit. Rerolling that, I don't have 6 men in my unit. I only have 4 men. So the third and second guy are pinned. Second guy is a rifleman, and I think unfortunately the third one is a light machine gun. Yeah, it is. Man, this is bad. Okay. So we have our submachine gunner, and he's gonna go ahead and use 1 grenade. He rolls a 6, so that's gonna kill me. It's gonna hit me. And then he rolls a 1, so it's a miss. Oh man. If he would have rolled 2 or anything else, that grenade would have hit me. But he still has 1 grenade, so he's still trouble. We got the other guy. He's also going to go ahead and use a grenade. Let's hope he misses, because I don't want to lose, man. I want to win a scenario. He rolls a 5, so that's bad news. He rolls... Oh, he rolls 2. 7. He doesn't hit. Oh, man. Okay. Maybe. I'm not going to jinx it, but I'm not going to say anything, guys. Okay, so we have our guy here. Let's see what we want to do now. I kind of feel like I want to do... So what I can do now with my rifle guy here, he has a grenade. I could charge right open in the street here. Just try to lob a grenade inside this window and try to take these guys out. Or I could fire a rifle from here and just hope I roll 8 or higher. I mean, the odds aren't in my favor either way. So the question is what I want to do. If I move out in the street, that's going to be 6 action points, and I have the exposed movement roll. And then I'm going to have to quick fire, and that means I'm going to lose 1 roll. So I'm going to have to roll 9 or higher to actually hit them. So actually I think it's better to stay there and just fire. Otherwise I'm just going to expose him out in the open. So I'm firing with him and hoping he's going to be able to pin them down. It's a roll of 3, so that's not good. I'm going to need a roll of 5 or higher now to pin one of them. Yeah, I rolled 6, so I managed to pin 1. Okay, so let's roll a D3. On a roll of 1 to 2, it's the light machine gunner. 3 to 4 is the first submachine gunner. 4 to 6, 5 to 6 is the last. Okay, it's gonna be the last submachine gunner, which is pinned now. This is getting really exciting, guys. And there's no more markers, so we put our markers back. Let's hope maybe my guys can get activated first. Nope, it's gonna be the enemy. So these bots, we have our defensive bot this time, which is new for us. Group is engaged in close combat. No. Group contains pinned units. Yes. Rally pinned units and then stop. So we're gonna go ahead and try to rally this submachine gunner here, and he rallies on a roll of 3 to 4. And he rolls a 6, so he's successfully rallied. But we keep them occupied by pinning them. They can't return fire as long as at least one of them are pinned. So I have a good feeling about this. Next activation marker, and it's the player 1, so I'm obviously going to activate my unit. I have a rifleman here, and he's going to lob a grenade. He has 2 grenades, as we can see on his grenade counter. So we're turning that into 1, and he's lobbing that grenade. I wish I had my submachine guns now, man. But anyway, he's throwing his grenade. So we throw our aim. It's a 4. Come on. Come on. No. So he misses with that grenade. That is very unfortunate indeed. Next guy we will try to rally on a roll of 3 or higher. So he's managed to at least rally. And this guy has the last demo charge. So if he goes under, the whole thing is foobar. It also has 2 grenades. So then we have our light machine gunner. And actually I think that shouldn't be a demo charge there. It should be a grenade counter. I don't know how that ended up there. Or did he have a demo charge? Yeah, he must have had. Sorry. So this guy must have had his demo charge remaining. And then we have our light machine gunner, which we are going to try to rally and pray to God. Yes, sir. So he's rallied. He also has a settled charge. And then we have one last rifleman. And he's also going to go ahead and lob a grenade. He has 2 grenades left. We turn that counter, so he now has 1 grenade left. And let's hope that grenade actually does some good. Come on, man. Everything hangs on this. It's a roll of 4. And it's a roll of 5. So we actually hit with that grenade. And you know the deal. Grenades give D6 pins. So let's roll again and hope for a 6, guys. Ah, we get a 4. That's not bad. Let's see who we hit. Again, 1 to 2, it's the light machine gunner. 3 to 4, the first submachine gunner. 5 to 6, the last submachine gunner. Let's roll 3 dice. Okay, so the second submachine gunner is a goner, and the last submachine gunner is pinned. So that's pretty cool, man. Okay, let's see what happens. We draw an event or activation marker. It's gonna be our rifleman here, and I'm gonna stay here and keep taking pot shots at these guys. Let's fire. It's a roll of 4. And we hit. So let's roll who we hit. 1 to 3 is a light machine gunner. 4 to 6 it's a submachine gunner. And it's a light machine gunner. So he's effectively pinned down. Man, this is going my way suddenly. The last one is an event marker. Activation marker. And let's hope we don't roll a 6. No! Man, why? Hidden enemy table. Make an enemy presence check +1. Place these units on the nearest zone containing an event marker. Okay, that's very bad. Let's hope we get something not too nasty. 4 + 1, that's 5. 5 are riflemen, 3 riflemen. And advanced rules, we would place them on the 2nd floor, but we don't play advanced rules. So we're just going to place them in the building. But still, we have 3 riflemen. That's not something we want. And let's see, we're gonna place them with in the place closest event marker, and that's gonna be this place. And we're gonna have line of fire. And remember the damn rule where you have to, if you put an enemy out on the map and both of your enemy activation markers have been drawn, you put one back. So that means they are gonna get to fire on me, unfortunately. So these guys fire on these guys with riflemen, and the first one is probably gonna be a hit. Yeah, there we go. The first one is a hit. Let's see who he hits. We roll just second good. That's my rifleman. I am so nervous now. Next rifleman is up. He rolls a 6. Man, I can't believe it. And he hits, and he takes. I have no 5. No 5. I only have 4 men. Man, come on. He kills my first rifleman with his grenade. He's lost. So that's another guy lost. And then we have one more rifleman. I don't know. These are some snipers because they're hitting. You see, look at his rolls, man. And it's another hit. Oh. And they hit the second guy, which is my light machine gunner, my most important man. Man, I'm sorry, but this is pissing me off. I had victory so close. So all of them hit, of course, and that means we are going back now next turn. Okay, so we have an event enemy marker, and it's gonna be this group that activates first. They are gonna try to rally, and the light machine gun managed to rally. The submachine gun doesn't manage to rally, fortunately for me. Let's draw next activation marker, and at least it's my turn now, and the question is now what I want to do, because things are turning bad all of a sudden. I'm gonna have to rally these guys, so I'm trying to rally this lad here. Nope, of course not. Next guy. I'm not gonna swear. I am not gonna swear, but it's hard. It's hard. Next guy doesn't have to be rallied. He's gonna take a shot at these guys. He's a rifleman. He hits on 8 or higher. And he doesn't hit, of course. I am not gonna swear, but it's so hard. I had victory within my reach, and now it's gone. Okay, these guys are firing at those guys. It's just one rifleman. He needs a roll of 8 to hit. And actually he does hit. 1 of 3 is going to be the light machine gun. 4 to 6 is a submachine gun. It's a submachine gun, so submachine gun is now taken out of action. Drawing next event marker, and it's going to be for the enemy. And again, they are firing on me. And actually these guys, again, we're getting too excited here, but these guys use the A-bot. So, player group in short range fire is possible, yes. We should have rolled a dice, and on a 6 it would have been no fire. 1 of 2 is execute against Laurie's target. 3 to 5 execute against nearest target. Anyway, we are going to go ahead and roll again now. So we are all the way down here. Fire is possible in short range because they're all riflemen. We roll and hope for a 6, but no, it's a 1 again. That means execute fire against largest target. So these guys again are firing against them. First guy misses. Thank you. Next guy. Also miss. Last guy. He also missed. They all roll 1. That's 5 ones in a row. Okay, man. So it's the end of the turn. I'm not gonna say anything what I'm thinking because I'm thinking 2 bad things. But let's mix these up and hope for a player 1. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. So these guys are gonna go ahead and fight there, but the first guy is gonna go ahead and try to rally. Man, that's the 6th one in a row. How is it even possible? Next guy, my light machine gun, is gonna try to rally. And he manages to rally. Thank God. And then we have my rifleman. He's gonna lob his last grenade at the light machine gun. Let's see. So, from he die. Oh, it's a 6. It's a 1. It's a 7. So he missed. Man, I can't believe this. I'm about to seriously start crying. I am about to start crying. Okay, next. Marker. Player marker, please. No, it's the enemy one. So that means it's going to be the light machine gun. And light machine gun uses the D-bot. So we come to player group in short range. Yes, fire is possible. Yes, and he's just gonna go ahead and fire against the nearest or largest target, which is this one. So we roll his aim die, and now we pray to God that he roll a 1. He rolls a 4. He has 4 dice because of his rate of fire, and he actually only scores 1 hit. But let's hope he doesn't hit my guy that's pinned. Let's see, we roll a D3. 1 to 2 is the rifleman, 3 to 4 it's the light machine gun, 5 to 6 is the last rifleman. Okay, so it is the rifleman. He's dead. That's his demo charge. I only have 1 demo charge left now, and that's with the light machine gunner. So things are turning bad, people. Things are turning really bad. We have a new enemy marker. It's gonna be this guy. And this guy is going to go ahead and fire on him, I'm guessing. We have our bot here, and you know the deal. Fire is possible. We roll a d6. And on a 6, he would not have fire, but on a 3 to 5, execute fire against nearest target. So these guys are firing again at these lads. First guy rolls a 5. That's bad news for me. And 5. So that's a hit. On a 1 to 3 is going to be the light machine gun. On a 5 to 6 is going to be the rifleman. The rifleman is pinned. Next rifleman. And he fires a 4 and a 6. So it's another hit. 1 to 3 is my light machine gun. And 5 to 6 is the rifleman. And that's 1 rifleman down. Only 1 light machine gun, 1 rifleman left now, guys. Man. Next rifleman fires. And he rolls a 2 and a 5, so that's actually a miss. We only have 1 marker left. It's going to be our player marker. I am going to go ahead and move into the open. First I'm moving outside, then I'm moving into the open. I'm going to risk it now, try to lob a grenade at this guy. But I have to roll on the exposed movement table, and no, I rolled 11. Execute a fire attack against the active group. If the active group is in line of sight of an enemy marker, which it is, execute instead a fire attack times 3 rifle attacks. So that's what I'm going to have to do. 3 rifle attacks against this guy. First rifle attack, and it's a 6, so he's dead. Or he's at least pinned. 4, so that's going to be a hit. And yeah, he's dead. Because 6, I don't know if it actually... Let's play that it doesn't activate the special whatever. And then we have another 6. And a 1, so that's actually a miss. And the next one is a 2. And a 2. So that's a miss. So at least he's pinned in the street. But actually with him being out in the open, let's see, I rolled a 2, right? So that's 6. And he's in a road. Yeah, because we do have some fire modifiers. And let's see here. Attacker is pinned. Target is an open, target in road. So we have that modifier. And I don't know if you use them when there's not a specific unit, but I'm guessing you do. So this guy is actually dead. So that means I'm down now to my light machine gunner. And well, I have a hard time thinking he's gonna make it. Okay, so that's miracles can happen, but I usually don't. So that's the end of that turn, and we're gonna see if I get to start firing. Yeah, I get to start firing, and I'm gonna pour everything at this damn light machine gun. And I roll a 1. So that's all gonna be misses. That also means I'm out of ammo. When you roll a 1 with the light machine gun, it's out of ammo. So I could not be more unlucky, man. Okay, so now it's time for the enemy light machine gun to return fire on me. And yeah, they have the defensive bot, so they're never gonna not engage, or you know that we discussed earlier, the roll of 6 here, fire is possible. Yes, 6 do nothing. So that doesn't happen with this one. So he's always gonna fire, and it's only one target to fire at. And he rolls a 6. So that triggers his special ability. He's gonna kill instead of pin. And he's gonna get to reload his first miss. So there's 3 hits and then 1 reload, and that also hits. Look at that, 4 6s, and that's a total amount of 1 kill and 3 pins. So this guy is super dead, and that means I've been annihilated, man. Oh, okay. I can tell you one thing. I'm pissed. I'm so pissed. But that's good, because a game that makes you feel these things like excited, nervous, pissed, that's a good game. Game that awake these feelings. Well, guys, I was really close to taking out that ammo depot, but it wasn't enough. I did my best, and I charged into the street in the open, trying to take out these Germans and destroy their ammo depot, but nope, I couldn't do it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and as I always say, if you have any questions, let me know. If you saw me do any error, let me know, and other people in the comment section. Stay tuned to my channel. Next scenario is going to be Rattenkrieg, where our objective is going to be close all the sewer entrances. So that's going to be a fun one. So go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. Otherwise, just thank you for watching. There's going to be a link in the description where you can buy this game. Currently on sale, $36. I think it's definitely worth it. Okay, guys, so stay safe. See you next time. Have a good time.